Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of GTM On-The-Go by Storylane. Today I've got Tim Davidson.
When I was listening to sales calls or like talking to people in sales calls, listening to like their pain points or listening to things that are working, it's really bad. If I'm on LinkedIn, that's my whole business, right? I do LinkedIn ads. I am on LinkedIn organically for the most part. And I'm seeing what people are talking about. I'm seeing the comments. I'm getting feedback on my posts. And that all turns into like topics to talk about. And then I figure out, how do I talk about it? I'm more of a video first person. And then within that, I have different kind of segments that could be like a skit. Like I mentioned, the marketing and sales, just different shirts. But a lot of times it's like, all right, here's the idea. And that comes from various places. What kind of video? And then I use CapCut. I used to script it out, but it just sounded scripted when I was talking through it. So now it's just, I use my phone notes and I just usually have the topic in bold and then like 3 or 4 bullet points of the things I want to talk to within that video and then start recording. Ideally, you can do it organically. Maybe your audience is on LinkedIn and you have someone in-house that maybe, or the founder, ideally is founder or CEO of the company, has like some sort of following. That's the best place to start is, all right, what's the feedback on that? What are the comments? Are the comments from people that are your buyers or like having feedback on that and it's a funny piece of content or humorous content? If you don't have that, you can do that with advertising because you can obviously target the exact person and you can see view rates. So if these people are watching the video, it's intriguing to them and you know it's humorous content that might fit, especially if you're targeting the right people. You can put it on your website, you can do stuff like that. People can't comment on that for the most part. So it's gonna be harder for people to give instant feedback. Started my business, I had to stop taking on clients. Now, I wanna be clear. It's not because my content was just humorous. It is because I also had the expertise, but I talked about it in a humorous way. If you have humor without the expertise, no one's buying. Comedy, humor, that works because it sticks out, and then you tell a story within that, that's when people buy. People don't buy just because of the humor, but they do buy because of the expertise. It allows people to actually stop and watch your video. When I was at the company before, there was tons of people that bought because of my content on LinkedIn. It's almost a byproduct of people actually consuming it, in that you get more engagement because of the humorous way you're doing it, and that makes people consume it. So technically, yes, you might get more engagement, which gives you more reach. But I think what's more important is that you actually get people to consume the content or the message you're trying to say. Kind of get into is like the series of it. Now I have a few of them that I've tried. Having something like that is easier as the content creator, just because I'm going to have the topic and what am I going to do with that? I can just pick one of my content series and be like, all right, that's how I'm going to do it. That makes it easier than having to like figure out a different way to do it. If people really like, let's just say the painting part, like I mentioned, someone sees it again, they're more likely to stop because they liked the last one. They're like, oh, I like that. Let me listen to that. You'll see the comments like, hey, I like this series, this is the best series, and you get recognized. It's like, hey, you're the fruit cutting guy, you're B2B Rizz. Those type of things are important if you think about just like stickiness of a product or something like that. It's like, oh, that's the company that does this or whatever it is. Those things matter. Talk to sales. What are the questions they get? Find one of those questions. And then go on either LinkedIn or TikTok or Instagram, whatever that is, and people you watch that are funny, look at those videos. What are they doing? Take that kind of format, switch it up a little bit, and answer the question they get from sales in that kind of format that has humor in it. You're basically just taking like what B2C is already doing. A very quick example of that could be TikTok style comments. You just take that question that the sales has, put it on top of the video there, and then answer it in a humorous way, whether it's with sarcasm or something that is just a little bit different in that way. I think that's the easiest way. Just take by combining and just some sort of B2C humor and try to copy that in that way.